Today, we are mapping the 7 main characters of Evangelion to the 7 major internet browsers. By the end, you will know why you keep opening 50 tabs just to feel something. Let's start with level 1, Asuka Langley Soryu as Google Chrome. Asuka is Chrome because she is undeniably the market leader, incredibly fast and absolutely obsessed with consuming every single resource you have. Just as Asuka demands all your attention, Chrome demands all your RAM. It is a high-performance machine that runs perfectly until you open one too many tabs, at which point it has a mental breakdown and crashes your entire system. Chrome has what we might call abandonment issues. It tracks everything you do, follows you across devices, and refuses to let you have any privacy because it is terrified of being ignored. Choose this if you want to be the best, but be prepared for your computer fan to sound like a jet engine screaming for validation. Level 2, Rei Ayanami as Microsoft Edge. Rei represents Edge because she is the default option, manufactured by a giant corporation and thrust upon you whether you wanted her or not. For years, you ignored her. You used her only once to download Chrome, just as Gendo used Rei only for his specific plans. But here's the twist. Modern Edge is actually built on Chromium. It is literally a clone of the original, just like Rei is a clone of Yui. It does exactly what it is told, it is surprisingly efficient, and it has an eerie blue-tinted interface that feels sterile but functional. Choose this if you want a browser that has no ego, does its job, and integrates perfectly with your corporate overlords at Microsoft. Level 3, Misato Katsuragi as Mozilla Firefox. Misato represents Firefox because she is the leader of the resistance. While the massive corporations like Google and Microsoft try to initiate human instrumentality by monopolizing the web, Firefox is the scrappy veteran fighting the good fight for the open internet. Her browsing habits are messy. Just as Misato's apartment is filled with beer cans, a Firefox user's window is filled with hundreds of unorganized tabs that haven't been closed since 2015. She's a bit slower than the new kids, and she drinks a lot of memory, but she's the only one who truly respects your privacy and freedom. Choose this if you hate authority and drive a beat-up Renault. Level 4, Ritsuko Akagi as Apple Safari. Ritsuko represents Safari because she is sleek, professional, wears a lab coat, and only works within a very specific high-tech facility. Safari works beautifully if you stay inside the Apple ecosystem, just as Ritsuko works beautifully inside the Meiji supercomputer. But the moment you try to take her out of that environment, she refuses to function. She is opinionated and strict. She blocks tracking by default, looking at cookies with cold disgust, similar to how Ritsuko looks at Misato's life choices. Choose this if you want a clean, sterile, walled garden experience where everything is decided for you by a higher power. Level 5, Maya Ibuki as Opera GX. Maya represents Opera GX because she is helpful, customizable, and honestly just wants to have a good time while the world ends. Maya is the tech-savvy operator who loves typing on a clicky mechanical keyboard, and Opera GX is the gaming browser that literally lets you control the volume of your browser clicks. She is full of bright colors, RGB lighting, and features that limit CPU usage so you can keep gaming. Maya is essentially a fangirl for the Magi system, just as Opera GX users are fangirls for customization. She is cute, loud, and tries her best to limit the trauma of the internet with built-in ad blockers. Level 6, Hikari Horaki as Brave. Hikari, the class representative, is brave. She is responsible, follows the rules, and exists to police the bad behavior of everyone else. Brave's entire selling point is blocking trackers, blocking ads, and enforcing a safe, structured internet environment. She's the one telling Toji and Kensuke to stop looking at weird sites. She creates a safe browsing experience that feels like a packed lunch, wholesome, reliable, and a little bit boring. Choose this if you are the responsible friend who actually cares about digital hygiene and cybersecurity. Level 7, Yui Ikari as Chromium. This is the forbidden truth. Yui is not a browser you install. She is the open source engine that powers almost everyone else. Chrome, Edge, Brave, Opera, they all run on Chromium. Yui Ikari's soul lives inside Unit 01, making it move. Chromium lives inside your browser, making it render. She is the omnipresent ghost in the machine. You think you have a choice? You think you are picking between Asuka or Rei? You aren't. In the end, almost every browser is just a different skin suit for Yui Ikari. She has absorbed the entire internet into her being. You cannot escape her. You can only submit to the render engine. So make your choice. Do you want the high-maintenance speedster, the corporate clone, the messy rebel, the sterile professional, the gamer, the class rep, or the ghost that controls them all? Just remember, deleting your browser history doesn't delete the trauma.